Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of NASCARFemale.com's webcast, The Burnout, featuring myself, Trimley Bowman, the OR, Chase Elliott, and my wonderful co-host, Emily Luther, the OR, for the number 21 of Ryan Blaney. This week has no shortage of news. This is probably what could go down in history as one of the craziest silly seasons that exists ever.
I'm just here for the ride, honestly. This has been a great silly season so far.
Oh yeah, they're very entertaining. Next year is definitely going to look interesting.
So let's just give a rundown real quick. Or no, let's talk about what happened this week, and then we can give a rundown of the situation for next season. Sorry, my shirt keeps getting up. I thought I should represent tonight, just throwing that out there. That's really why I'm wearing a t-shirt. I needed you all to see what I am wearing.
Perfectly fine.
Woo-hoo! 88. Okay, I'm done now. Okay. So, for those of you who haven't been paying, I know there's some NASCAR fans who are refusing to acknowledge silly season just because of how crazy it's been. Like, I've seen tweets where it's like, I don't want to know until next season at this point. Like, please just stop with the anxiety. So, I'm sure things in at least the Hendrick Motorsports camp are going to be very different next year. Jim Johnson is going to be very old compared to the others.
That's what I keep thinking. Very lonely.
We have one who has grayish hair, and then the other one who I don't even know if he can technically shave his face because there's nothing on it. Like, how crazy is this? For those of you not paying attention, Casey Kane has been let go from Hendrick Motorsports, and to be quite honest, I'm thrilled for him. Casey
or leaving the sport.
There are rumors, which we thought it was going to be confirmed this morning.
There are rumors. There are rumors that phrase in and of itself has been probably the catchphrase for this show for like.
Yeah. I think since the beginning of the season. However, some of the rumors have come true, but GMS Racing had made an announcement yesterday that they were going to make an announcement at 10 o'clock this morning. Everyone thought it was going to be that Casey was racing for them, and it turned out they were just doing a throwback scheme to honor Waltrip.
Oops.
So that was kind of entertaining to deal with this morning.
Well, Kurt Busch's rumor was true.
What?
The rumor with Kurt Busch was true.
Yeah, SHR was just trying to cover it up. So that was
and that brings up a whole other topic of conversation. Byron announcement.
The Byron. Okay, so for those who are unaware of the deal between Hendrick and Casey is still on the contract for another year. Rick Hendrick, I feel like I need to clear this up because there are a lot of fans that are bashing Rick Hendrick right now. He's a businessman, first and foremost. He wants to feed his family just like we do. He had to do what was best for him on a business deal. For anyone who has not paid attention to Casey for the past 4 years, he hasn't been the same since Loeffler died. Like, really, has not been the same. And he hasn't been performing well at Hendrick. I think it is honorable and very, very kind of Rick Hendrick to let him go, but also still pay him next year. Like, that's really great of Rick. He doesn't have to do that at all. At all. He could have just terminated the contract and paid a buyout fee.
That's a heck of a severance pay agreement.
Yeah. So the other statement that Rick Hendrick had said before the announcement of Byron was that Casey they are working to put Casey in a car that not only benefits himself, but it also benefits Hendrick Motorsports so that they can help, bring another team headstrong into the series. Which is really great because NASCAR needs growth right now. NASCAR needs promotion of growth. Harvick, we'll get to that in a minute because I'm still just so enraged about Harvick's comments yesterday. I
have not heard.
You didn't hear.
Here we go again.
Do you live under a rock, woman? I'm shocked you really heard about the Casey Kane thing. Like, I'm really surprised.
I guess we could follow a few more people on Twitter. That's probably the problem.
It would probably help you out a lot.
Yeah.
So, William Byron, I just want to say that the whole William Byron thing is just hilarious to me because everyone was like, no, Hendrick's not going to be stupid enough to put him in that car. He's not ready. He needs more experience and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, who's in the 5 for next year? Pretty sure it's William Byron. I'm also pretty sure that he's going to make more than any of these people running their mouths all put together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So the HMS is going to be very weird to watch next year. There's no sense of normalcy at all in that.
No, at all. I mean, felt the rug from underneath you. Whoop, there it went.
It's just, oh my God. And
then with the announcement.
Go ahead.
With the announcement comes with the rumors coming out, and they're so strong that you think it's the real announcement before the announcement was made. I thought that was the official announcement, but it was just a rumored announcement that it was going to be announced later that day, but it was the announcement of the announcement that it was going to be announced. And I'm like, it's official. And then the next day you see in your Twitter feed, it's official, and I'm like, it was official yesterday.
Yeah, I thought it was really official too. Like I was so confused. I was like, wait a minute, you guys announced it yesterday that he would be in the 5.
And then great.
Why are we still acting like it's brand new news? It's not.
It's like media gets too slap happy. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Danica is apparently on the chopping block as well.
Right.
I'm just saying I called that. Totally like patting myself
you ain't the only one in my household. It's like, okay, so what's next?
Well, I just think it's funny that okay, so first of all, her full-time ride is depending on if she can get sponsorship. My others, which I understand, I completely get it. I think that in the first part of her interview, she was very respectable because she said, there's no buyout needed. I don't have a sponsor. It's contingent on the sponsor. I have always been very fortunate from a sponsor perspective. Yes, because you're a female. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. However, my issue with her is that she decided to say that she would be willing to race for another team. Okay, fine. However, you didn't excel at SHR, which is in some of the best equipment. You haven't done good at any team you've been at, honestly.
Other drivers have switched teams because of that.
Not only that, but my anger with her is that she literally said, I would consider switching teams. So if she can't get sponsorship with SHR, I get it. They had a lot of issues with Nature's Bakery this year. I understand. Both the company and SHR are at fault 100%. However, you literally say, I'll consider going to another team, but I won't go part-time. So she's saying it's all or nothing, which half of me is wanting to believe like it was a respectable response or whatever, but half of it is just like you think you're good enough to be in a full-time ride? You've done nothing to prove yourself.
Mm-hmm. But given what she's got, I mean, benefit of the doubt, it's because of where she's at. I mean, if you think about it, if she feels like where she's at is not helping her, I mean, since no one else, SHR is just really, they're excelling, but
yeah.
Could be better. I'm not saying championship trophies.
I don't know.
At least recently.
It would just be nice if she had a race win trophy.
Right.
To be quite honest, Harvick is keeping that company going.
Yeah. That's my point. It's like, maybe, I mean, if she feels, I mean, I can understand her perspective if it's the company she's with that's at fault.
She's just so cocky about her talent. What talent? I'm sorry, but that woman would make more money as Stenhouse's trophy girlfriend sitting in Victory Lane than she would in Victory Lane herself. I went there.
Those are strong.
I went there. Because it's true. She's been in Victory Lane more times as Stenhouse's girlfriend than she has as a driver in both IndyCar and in NASCAR. Please tell me why you deserve to be in a top team's full-time ride. And you wonder why the sponsorship isn't coming in.
That's pretty fair. I mean, because you want to get the benefit of the doubt. If the company she's with is not helping her the way she feels she could excel, and she feels like she could go with another team and excel better.
How many times has she used that excuse in both sports, IndyCar and NASCAR?
Much about her ride in Indy, so I guess if I need a little bit more about that would kind of.
She places the blame. You can tell by her interviews after a race. She places the blame on everybody but herself. She just needs to admit that she rides on the fact that she's a female and she's not as good. If you want to ride on the fact that you're a female, fine, but don't act like you're the best driver out there.
But could you do what she's doing?
I would love to. If somebody would put me in a car, I drive like an idiot, so there's a chance. I mean, she does wreck a lot of people.
You and I both know there's way more to it than what either of us think.
When I had a lot of respect for her this weekend, though, when we were at the Glen and Kyle wrecked her, and literally all it is expletives, and then she goes, "Now I know why nobody likes her."
I'm not laughing.
I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I was just like,
I'm not laughing. I'm not gonna laugh.
I cried. It was so funny because it was just like, finally, somebody besides Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano is standing up to him.
So what about the Harvick comment?
Oh, so it doesn't really have to do with silly season. And I don't think Harvick meant any harm, but it was just the way it came off. Harvick did an interview, I think it was last night. Yeah, it was yesterday because I was enraged about it. And then I thought it through, and I calmed down a little bit, but then I was still enraged about it. I'm still a little upset. So he said that Junior not doing well is stunting NASCAR's growth. When I sat down and tried to rationally think about it instead of using my enraged thinking methods, I get where he's coming from. You know, we have these popular drivers, and when they stop succeeding, you still recognize their name, but like you don't care to tune in. When Junior race, I know people who hate NASCAR, but they'll watch they'll watch the news, they'll read articles. They'll watch the ESPN segments on it just because he's a well-known name. I mean, he's NASCAR's most popular driver. So I can see where Harvick was coming from, but I also don't think that's fair to say that NASCAR's popularity rides on one driver.
Right. Junior, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, I mean, it's whole...
Yeah, and I get NASCAR.
Named everyone that's gone.
We're in as a sport, we're in a very unique situation because we're in a lot of we're having a lot of growing pains. Specifically because all of these drivers are retiring or unexpectedly, Carl Edwards, and they have to bring the young guns up from the Xfinity and Truck Series, and I think it's sooner than most people expected. I think if Junior wouldn't have got a concussion last year and sat out half the season, would he still be racing? Absolutely. I don't think his retirement would have came as quick as it did. And now there's rumors that Jimmy Johnson's going to retire because he's the oldest That's not happening.
No.
I don't know who started that rumor, but they need to clear that up real quickly because I don't.
That ain't happening. That's just a lot of surprises this year, but that ain't one of them.
No. And, you know, I feel bad too because I feel like Danica's in a situation with Junior. Like, I know I give her a lot of flack. She is talented. I just wish that she would prove herself more than she has. However, she is a very popular name. She does give the sport itself a lot of popularity, especially with females, because it's nice to see a female on the track. However, why did Harvick only target Dale Earnhardt Jr.? You could have targeted Danica. You could have targeted Kurt Busch. He's a well-known name. You could have targeted Matt Kenseth, well-known name. Denny Hamlin, well-known name. Like, there are people who haven't performed. I mean, Casey Kane, you could have targeted another one of your teammates, for God's sake. If you ask any 16-year-old girl who Casey Kane is, I'm sure they'll tell you real quick. Just saying. Like, you could have went after all of them, but why did you go after Junior? Just the way that he went about it bothered me. And I guess I'm still simmering about it. So there's that. However, we do have something interesting came out today too, and I don't know if you saw it. Eric Nola, his contract's up this year. What did you say?
Camaro.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. We're still on silly now because there's a lot.
Okay.
Eric Almirola, his contract's up this year, and he said that his current plans are to stay with Petty. However, there's rumors that Petty is trying to bring up a specific Xfinity Series driver who took over for Almirola when he was.
I wonder who that be.
I wonder who that could be. But there's been no confirmation of anything, and Richard Petty Motorsports has not made an announcement regarding Almirola's contract. So,
do you think they would field another car?
There was talks that they would field another car, but I don't think, like, when there was talks about that, this was a few weeks ago, no one had mentioned that Almirola's contract was up, and now all of a sudden they're talking about Almirola's contract. So, I don't know. It's just weird. So this is the team chart by, so far, according to JSQ, which is pretty up to date. It was updated today, specifically. Almirola, his contract ends in 2017. They're saying Biffle's a potential. I doubt it since he sat out the entire season. Blaney has officially been moved to the third Penske car in number 12. Buescher is on loan from Roush Fenway to JTG, and they're expecting him to stay in the 37. Kurt Busch, who knows what's going to happen with that. Landon Castle, his status is unknown. Ty Dillon, his status is unknown. However, his grandfather is Richard Childress, so I'm sure he'll have a ride. Eric Jones is moving to JGR, the number 20 car in 2018. Casey Kane, we have confirmed, is out at Hendrick, but we do not know where he is going. Kenseth is not returning to JGR, and they are moving Eric Jones in. Brad Keselowski has been re-signed by Penske for 2018 and beyond. I think it was 2023 or something.
I don't know, maybe 2050.
Did you say 2050? Maybe. You never know. Paul Menard is moving to the 21 to replace Ryan Blaney because Ryan is leaving to go back to Penske. Danica, the number 10, unless she gets sponsorship, she's up in the air. David Reagan, his contract status is unknown. Same with Reed Sorensen. And then we have Bubba. So, I mean, it's up to date as far as I know. I mean, there's still some people up in the air like Kurt, Danica, Kenseth, Casey. It would be interesting if all four of them could just do like a change, you know? Well, besides the 5 car being left out.
A lot of that's already taking place. Jeez. You know, one thing I keep thinking about is like, okay, Chase Elliott, he's still trying to get, and you got he's gonna have two new teammates next year.
Mhm.
He's almost to veteran status. I mean, not quite, but things move than they used to.
But in HMS, he is a veteran because it's not just Jimmy anymore. I mean, Chase has to step up and be a good teammate and be a good mentor for these two guys.
Right.
I'm sorry, I
So
say
it's like
they're children, but it's fine.
it just crosses my mind that I guess I don't want people to count him out just yet. You know what I mean? Because I mean he looks bad that he's almost seeming like a veteran, but he's still. I mean, like Jeff Gordon, he didn't win his first race till his third year. So I mean,
I don't think anybody's counting him out. He's been in some unfortunate situations, just like Ryan was. I mean, if you would have told me Ryan's first race win was going to be at Pocono in June, I would have told you bullcrap because they both have had bad luck this year. Chase has had it. He's been close a few times. I mean, the only thing I can say about Ryan is he's won so many stage wins that's really helped him for the points at least. So honestly, my thoughts going in, I mean, we're getting closer to the championship. I was just like, maybe we might actually be able to make it in on points because of stage wins. Granted, the situation's different now, but Chase still has the opportunity to make it.
Right.
I mean, he's still in a really good position. As long as he races well the next 2 weeks, we're back in Michigan this weekend. HMS always runs really, really good at Michigan.
Where he lost finished second.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think anybody's counting Chase out. I just think that he kind of got pushed to the back of everyone's heads because of silly season. And I think that's all it is, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think...
I think his first win, when he gets his first win, will be kind of like, hey, yo, I'm still here.
Yeah, and I think part of it, too, is that people know he's so talented that they don't have to worry about him, Like, I'm not saying that, they didn't have this mentality about Ryan, but at the same time, like, look at who Chase is.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Elliott's son, and I hate to say it like that, but he's talented. I mean, part of it's in the damn genes, I'm telling you. They drink something in the water down there in Georgia. But I don't think we'll have to worry. His time is coming, and who knows? He could be that person that blindsides us this season and wins the championship. You never know. Maybe. Then I think it's going to be a little hard to do between Truex Jr. and Larson, but we'll see. Could happen.
I know I definitely my Hendrick support going into next year because I've been a William Byron fan since he started getting his first wins in trucks, so I'm definitely I don't know if I'm related to Alex Bowman, and he's got to be a distant cousin to me.
I honestly don't know. Besides
a name. It's not a common name, okay?
It kind of is. I went to high school with some Bowmans. Like it's a little common.
Different.
No. Maybe it's just different in Bama. I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm a little torn because you've been a fan of Byron. I don't want to seem like that person that just jumped on the bandwagon for Alex Bowman. Just because he took over my driver's seat. Even though he's very talented and I have no qualms about him taking over the 88, I don't want it to seem like I'm only choosing him because he's replacing Junior.
Right. Granted,
I'm going to be wearing a different number next year. It just reversed. It's going to be the 12 instead of the 21. That's not going to change. But, I've had two drivers for so long. Like, since Ryan moved up, and even when he was my driver in trucks and Xfinity, K&N, like it's gonna be weird because I'm not just gonna pick Bowman because he's Junior's replacement. I'm not just gonna pick Byron because he's young. Like, however, if Bubba gets in the car, I know who it is.
Shame, shame, shame.
Listen, Bubba is a great guy. He's actually really.
Oh yeah.
When I first met him, he obsessed over his hair because it wasn't the way he wanted it to be for our picture.
That's funny.
Yeah, he actually asked to look at the picture again and was like, "Oh, we need to take another one. My hair does not look good."
That's funny.
Yep.
So that one's stereotypes right out the window.
I guess we should probably talk about this this past weekend's race.
Yeah. For any of it, because I didn't pay attention.
Kyle Busch got a Xfinity Series win there.
No.
I mean, wait, so JC's picture is just ironic because it has Kyle going like and it's just so fitting because of all the crybaby me.
Keep it together. That aside, I will admit the finish to the race this past week was pretty intense. Matt Kenseth almost had, I mean, if they would have had like 1 or 2 more laps, Matt Kenseth would have won.
So wait, isn't this the same track that Joey Logano took on Matt Kenseth?
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't remember it being a road course, but I could be wrong.
No, I think it was. No, I'm pretty sure it was. Hold on.
It's starting to feel familiar, yeah.
It was Martinsville, but there was. Maybe it wasn't Logano. Somebody, or maybe it wasn't Kenseth. Somebody took out Logano a few years ago at the Glen. And I thought it was Kenseth. I got really excited. It was during the playoffs. It might have been Jeff Gordon and Joey Logano wrecked. I don't remember. But I thought it was related. Yeah, it was a really good race. The whole radio was my favorite part of the entire race. So many expletives. So many. And the fact that, wait a minute, I am waiting for NASCAR to come after Kyle for threatening to kill Brad Keselowski. Can we just point this out?
Excuse me? What?
Did you miss this?
I feel like I didn't miss it, but I still forgot it, even if I didn't miss it.
Hold on. I'm looking up the exact quote. It'll probably be expletive. You all better keep me away from that expletive after this race. I will kill that expletive.
And they want to hand out penalties for lug nuts?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, I can't believe you missed that. There's actually a really good mashup of all the radio from this weekend on NASCAR's Facebook page. If you need to go listen to it, because Danica is the ending of the radio, and it's her saying, "Now I know why people don't like him." I seriously praised her so much after that. I was like, yes, finally. It just made me laugh because she gets mad about dumb things, honestly, when Eric wrecked and everything and people were upset with her. I get why she was upset, and she does need to know there's a time and place. Maybe not when, one of your fellow racers is on a gurney, but okay, whatever. But it was just so fitting because Kyle has wrecked her so many times that it's just she finally lost it on him. And it was great. It was literally I don't have the quote brought up, but it was expletive, one word, and then it was expletive again, and I was just
I mean, you need some subjects and verbs there, right?
Oh my god, it was great.
Was there a percentage structure in any of it?
What?
What's that even?
So I don't know. NASCAR released penalties, and there were no, like, Xfinity had a lot, but I didn't see any for Cup, and they need to review the radio because it was a direct threat to Bad Keselowski from
I mean,
Cup.
that Superman or something, but
Don't just give him a slap on the wrist, or else he's gonna keep doing it.
I mean, even if he didn't actually mean he would, I mean, because I don't think he would, that's still...
You know, I really wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah.
But you have a lot better outlook on people than I do. There's that.
Yeah.
All right, we are back.
I'm the person who sees the good in everyone, even when I probably shouldn't. But when I see the bad, I really see it. Because
go listen to the radio. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it.
Do you have
a lot of cuss words that I wish they wouldn't have bleeped out because I would love to hear what they actually said.
You get this echoing sound in your mind. Beep, beep, beep.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. It just makes me laugh. You might actually be able to find it on YouTube without it bleeped out. Because, like, when Brad Keselowski was at Bristol and he announced that Kyle Busch was a you-know-what, they didn't bleep that out on YouTube, so you might be able to find it, the radio, without it being bleeped out.
I think bleeping out's better just for the good of everybody.
We are back at MIS this weekend, guys. So exciting. So exciting. Our June winner was Joey Logano in 2016. Our August winner was Kyle Larson. I don't know who won in June.
Who won in June? Oh, I felt I should know this.
Hold on.
Remember.
Kyle Larson.
That's why I forgot.
It is a super speedway. It's 2 miles around. Banking in the turns is 8.
No, I thought it was square.
I don't know. Maybe it's a quad oval.
Or a tri-oval.
Or a quintoval, because I'm sure they're going to throw that one at us soon. It's no longer a road course. It's a quintoval.
A pentagon or something like that.
I need a bumper sticker that says something about it. I hate the word quad oval.
Or is it quad oval?
Both. They refer, I can't remember what track it is, but they refer to it as a quad oval. Jersey.
Trying to my tongue.
Sends me over the edge every time.
It looks like a square.
It's Martinsville. It's Martinsville.
No, it's another one. It's gotta be another one. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Dang it, man.
I'm finding it because it just annoys the living daylight out of me. Oh, there's a paperclip oval. There's a stadium oval, a rounded off rectangle or square, a rounded off trapezoid, and a rounded off triangle. And then there's a tri-oval and a quad oval. Great. Just what I want to hear. Texas, Charlotte are both quad ovals. And Atlanta. Annoys me.
Oh, here it is.
I need a Texas-sized bumper that's complaining about quad ovals.
You did not say Texas, girl. Indianapolis, that's what I'm thinking.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Amen, sister.
Our youngest race winner was Joe Lowe, 23 years old. He won the pool in June 2016.
Did you invent that?
August 2016. What?
Did you invent that nickname?
Huh?
Invent that nickname?
No, they refer to him on Twitter as that on Twitter all the time.
I didn't know that.
Hashtag Joe Lowe. Look it up. You'll see him.
just because of the 150 characters.
Yep. Most wins is Davey Pearson with 9. Most pulls is David Pearson with 9 or with 10. Most top fives of, well, they're not really. He's not active anymore, so I don't know why it's considered that. But it's Jeff Gordon. Most top 10s is Jeff Gordon with 27. Jesus, that man was a talented driver. Most wins by manufacturer: Ford with 35, Chevy with 24. I'm not going to bother with the others besides Toyota at 5. And that's all I got.
Okay. So what do you think's gonna come out of this weekend?
I don't know. I think silly season's just going to keep on going strong.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, we're so like news in our head, and we're just going to watch the race. It's like, oh, okay, that ain't happened yet. It's just kind of like you hear all this news, and it's like, okay, back to reality for how many more weeks?
I'm with you.
Over. Because I know
Here's
you
your pick for this weekend.
Jay.
Fair enough.
Michigan too many freaking times.
He'll get it. Be patient. It'll happen when you least expect it.
Right.
Hello, Pocono. Although I really shouldn't have been surprised because that's where he got his first truck win. Really shouldn't have been surprised, but whatever.
Your pick?
22, Jolo.
BRJ.
I want to say Junior.
Twice.
I want to say Junior, but I'm just like.
You still said it. You still said it.
I know. I just feel like his heart's just not in it anymore.
I kind of just that too.
And it's frustrating. I forget. Oh, one of my friends, she's the lady we camp with in Michigan. And she made a post the other day, and I think it was just copy and pasted from another Hendrick fan. But it was just like, you promised us a championship, you promised us wins, and now he's retiring, and we're not going to have a championship, and what's the chances we aren't going to have another win this season? And I was like, this is so real.
So. I wish people would just relax. He feels right now to make this last part of the season perfect has to be the worst.
Yeah. I just
to enjoy it. But I know fans like you and us, we want to see him win the championship or want to see him win the races, but he may not enjoy it because it's not, he did it. I know he does it for his fans, but he does it for himself too.
I guess the way I've tried to look at it towards this, the closer to the end of the season is that, he didn't have to do this appreciation tour for the fans. So I am grateful that he's doing that. It's nice to see that he's trying to, at least give the fans a good ride, whether or not it comes with a win or not. Am I frustrated? Yeah, I'm really frustrated. We were promised a championship. We were promised more wins, and it didn't happen. However, you can't just blame Rick Hendrick. You have to put some blame on Junior. He's been given the best equipment, and he still can't make things happen. His heart's not in it. It hasn't been in it in a long time. He can say it is however much he wants, but you can tell when he gets out of the race car, he's not happy.
Mm-hmm. That's never good. Even if it was hard to swallow, Carl Edwards might have realized that before he continued another season.
Yeah.
Kudos to him, as hard and probably feeling ridiculous about, having to do what he did. To step away
the thing
from the off season and realize.
The thing with Carl, though, is something bigger is going on at JGR.
Oh, that's the God honest truth.
Something bigger that they are not letting the fans see is happening in that company.
So agree with that.
Just look at what happened.
I'm just checking this 180. It's no coincidence. Something is definitely up.
Not only that, but you punished members of the 78 team because they're on your payroll. Yet you didn't punish Adam Stevens, who instigated the entire situation. something is going on at JGR. It's like they're babying the entire AT team. And people are getting sick of it.
If Kyle Busch was not having the amount of success with the state team, he would have been gone too. Because he is a very successful driver and he's got an attitude. He will stay right where he's at. Because, I mean, you know,
the problem with
Kyle going, all these drivers going, I mean.
The problem with Kyle, too, is that Joe Gibbs, he has stock in KBM. He has money in there. He's not going to let that go. He'll deal with the attitude. He's not going to let it go. Even if Kyle stops winning races completely, as long as KBM's successful, he'll keep him on.
You know, I respect Joe Gibbs so much. He is an awesome guy. So it's like, to see all this happening is really kind of heartbreaking a little bit because...
Yeah. He's a great businessman and he's a great owner. I'm just like, why haven't you been able to control him yet? Like, I'm not saying he needs to be completely controlled, but like, tone it down. How did you go from being a decent racer and a decent person and now all of a sudden you're being a crybaby again? Like, what happened?
When this girl is about to become a Keselowski fan, just as close to being saintly whose behavior, you know you screwed up.
That actually might be who I revert back to. I was a big BK fan before he won his championship back in 2012, and I stopped being a fan because in like 2014, 2015, he became kind of a jerk on the track and off the track. Right. Mm-hmm. So I stopped watching it. Like, I stopped rooting for him. But he has definitely gained my respect back a lot this year and last year.
For sure.
And it helps that I still have all my team.
Even Logano. I laugh for what, but it's doing something for him. A little bit
take with Logano.
Yeah. It's still kind of ways to go, I'll admit, but
he has gotten a lot better. He whines a lot less.
I don't see any death threats.
Over whining for Logano. That's honestly how I feel.
Yeah. All right. 5 minutes. Our 30-minute show.
Woohoo!
Oops.
It's lame silly season. There's a lot going on.
Right. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Thank you all for joining us tonight on the Burnout. Hope we haven't talked your ear off too much, but we know you love it. At least to a certain extent. But anyway. Don't forget to go to NASCARfemale.com and check out all the wonderful articles that our ladies work hard to write in support of their favorite drivers. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on all major social media outlets, so go check that out. And we'll see y'all right here again next week for the Burnout at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday. And God bless.
Night, y'all.